Hi guys, I am back. Remember I said I was not gonna make another video. Here I am making another video. Well, today's video is actually gonna be about pregnancy symptoms, because as you guys know, if you guys seen the other video I posted, I said that my pregnancy was not like every other pregnancy when it came to the symptoms. So I'd never had morning sickness, and I didn't suffer when it came to that type of, I guess, that type of pregnancies problems. I had a lot of complications. If you guys want me to like get into more deep of that, I can, because I swear I got everything you can possibly think. I was pregnant with a beautiful baby boy. So I don't know, some girls get morning sickness with boys and some don't. In my case, I got no morning sickness, but in my personal case, these are the symptoms I got, and I'm just gonna be saying 5 because like I said, when it comes to symptoms, I did not have many. But I also know that they're not very common, just because I looked a lot when I was pregnant and I was thinking I was pregnant. I looked like all over the internet, and it was barely like a few girls who had them. And so yes, okay, so my number one symptom was actually I got very gassy. I've never been that girl who farts in front of partners or just farts in general. I mean, I fart because everybody farts, but it was never to the point where I got when I got pregnant. So it was to the point where like I would barely move a leg and I would fart, and it was really bad. Like, it wasn't that even like I didn't feel bloated, I didn't feel gassy. Like, my body was just releasing a lot of gas without my permission, basically. So that was my main one, actually. Yeah, it was, I mean, my boyfriend never minded, according to him, but I minded. I was farting like 24/7. I couldn't stop farting. So that was my number one symptom. My second symptom was actually I got very tired. I was very sleepy, but not sleepy during the day. Like, I have always been a morning person, so for me, I would always wake up in the morning very early. I've always woken up very early up in the morning without like feeling tired or without being grumpy. And back then, I used to work on a call center, and my shift was from 5 in the morning all the way to 1:30 in the afternoon. And I lived an hour away from my job, so I would wake up at 3 in the morning, 3:30, depending what I wanted to do, how I wanted to look. And I would drive for an hour, get there, clock in, and then clock out. And I never had an issue with that. I was so happy because of the hours I had at that time, because like I said, I am a morning person and I just like to wake up early. But I couldn't wake up, and I remember I started having to like call in late because I just couldn't wake up of how tired I was. But this wasn't, like I said, I wasn't tired during the day. It was just the initial wake up, the initial morning, I just couldn't wake up. So my third symptom was actually vivid dreams. So I could never dream. Like, for me to actually have a dream and remember a dream, it had to be a nightmare, or it had to be a night terror, because I suffer a lot of night terrors, or at least I used to. I haven't suffered one since my pregnancy, or before my pregnancy, actually. But that was the only basically dreams I could remember, or the dreams that I actually dreamed of. But I got pregnant and I started having a lot of dreams, and I didn't think much of it again, because I didn't know it was common. Like, I knew it was common, but later through the pregnancy, and this was literally at my first trimester. So yes, I started dreaming again, and it was a dream every day, and it was it was one full dream. Like, it wasn't like little dreams, because you know how sometimes you have like little sections of dreams. No, it was like a full one dream. At least that's how I remember it. And then my fourth symptom was actually I got very sensitive. I'm a person that has really tough skin. I do not let a lot of hate get to me, as you guys can see. I don't let it sink into me. It's just we all have different opinions, and that's it. Like nobody's gonna agree with nobody, and not everybody's gonna be happy with whatever you do or whatever's happening. So not everybody's gonna like you. Like my mom always told me, no eres monedita de oro para caerles bien a todos. Or she would tell me like, not even Jesus was hated. So for me, that's how I learned. That's how I grew up thinking. So I really don't like, hate does not get to me, or it takes like a lot for me to get hurt. And I remember that when I got pregnant, everything and every single thing would just make me cry. Like if my boyfriend was like had a different tone, even though he was happy but had a different tone that day, I would start bawling. I was like, you don't like me no more. I was just so sensitive to everything. And it would just get to me more. It was way easier for things to actually affect me than in real life. Well, like now again, because right now again I'm like, whatever, I don't care about you, you know. So when I was pregnant, I got very sensitive, and this might sound odd, but I didn't get this symptom, and this symptom is very common in the first trimester, but I didn't get it until my second trimester. And for those who don't know, second trimester is already like 3 months in. My boobs got sore, and I couldn't even take a shower. Like just like the shower hitting them would make me want to scream. And that was my fifth symptom. Other than that, my pregnancy, I had no other symptoms. I did not get no cravings. I wasn't like none of that. Like I think the grossest thing I've ever craved was I wanted a jar of mayo. I don't eat mayo. I've never liked mayo. But I was craving a jar of mayo, and I know I didn't eat it, but I was craving a jar of mayo like a day. But that's it. Like my pregnancy was pretty smooth. I didn't start getting actual like cravings until my second trimester as well, and that was it. Like that was all my symptoms. I know that a lot of girls have very different pregnancies. I know my skin got super clear. At first though, I started breaking out like crazy. I've never had I guess at that point it was acne. I've never had acne so bad and so intense as it was then. And then like after the second, when I got into the second trimester was when my skin went completely clear. Until this day, my skin has been pretty clear. I do have like we call them manchas, but they're not like actual pimples. It's just like spots of where my acne was, but they're not actual like pimples, if that makes sense. But yeah, you guys, those were my symptoms. Let me tell me some of your symptoms if you're pregnant, and if you're thinking you're pregnant, comment some symptoms below, and maybe you'll remind me like, oh yeah, I had that when I was pregnant. But these are the ones I could remember. And keep in mind, I just gave birth back in June. So yeah, and this was a very short and sweet video. I hope you guys take care. Please give me a like and subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.